Hi, I'm Jake from TradeLab.ai, and in this video, we're going to do a quick setup of the CryptoGraph multi-algo strategy. So to get started, the first thing we're going to do is go to the Community Strategies page, and then we'll scroll down until we find the CryptoGraph multi-template. If we click on this, we'll go ahead and hit copy and hit yes to copy it. This will bring us back to the My Strategies page, and we'll see a CryptoGraph multi-template pop up. You might also see it like this. It's right here. You can change the view by pressing these buttons if you want. And we can also hit the edit button to open up the strategy builder. That'll start the strategy setup screen. And here we can see that we need to follow one step to set up our alerts. So we'll click do it now. So the first thing it's going to ask us is to select our exchange. If you haven't done that, you can do that at the settings screen. Select your market mode, either contract or spot, and then select your symbol. I'll hit continue, and then we'll see the alert instructions. If we click this one alert right here, okay, here we can see the alert instructions, and it says create a new alert in TradingView. So if we go over to TradingView, we can see that I already have my CryptoGraph multi-indicator and my strategy set up. We're going to be creating an alert on the strategy. This makes it a lot simpler to set up instead of putting the alert on the indicator. So if we just hit the create alert button, we're going to select our condition and select the bottom one, which is our strategy. You know you selected the right one when no other drop-down pops up. This is what it should look like right here. So I've had my strategy selected. If you can select open-ended, that's good. If not, make sure you set your expiration time and maybe set a reminder in your phone. If your alert does expire, it won't send any more alerts and your bot won't work. So pay attention to expiration time. Okay, next we want to set up our webhook URL. So let's go back to TradeLab and we can see webhook URL. We'll click on this and we'll paste this in. And then we'll go back and click on the name, paste that into this box. And then we'll click on the message and we'll paste that in at the bottom. Go ahead and make sure you delete everything in this box and paste in that message. Okay, we'll hit create. And now we'll see our TradeLab CryptoGraph multi alert right there. So we'll hit back on TradeLab and hit all done. Now that we've finished setting up our alert, the only other thing we need to do is to take a look at the amount that we want to send. So we have our order type here set as limit or market. So here we see the amount and amount type. You can see I have USD selected, so 50 USD, that would be $50 every trade. If I do percentage and I do 5, that's 5% of my available balance. Okay, so that means if we trade 5%, if we make a profit, that'll go towards our balance, and the next time we trade 5%, it'll be a little bit more. So you're compounding your profits and losses. All right, we can also set our leverage right here, and we can also set our leverage type to isolated or cross. We also can select our order type right here, so limit or market. And if you do choose limit, you can select the timeout right here. So this is hours, minutes, and seconds. So if I chose limit, it would place the limit order and wait 1 minute. And if it doesn't fill or partially fill within 1 minute, then it would cancel that limit order. And it would go back to looking for an entry. All right, there's quite a few more options in here. There's all sorts of different amount types and different options you can choose. For more information on that, check out the trade settings video. So now that we're finished with this, we'll click save and we'll click quit. Now we see the CryptoGraph multi-template is searching. It's looking for entry. That means it's running. It's ready for an alert to be sent from TradingView. So if we don't want to wait for an alert to be sent from TradingView and we want to test it right now, we can do that in TradeLab. If we click the edit button and we go over to the alerts panel, we can click the send test alert button. This will pop up our send test alert, and for the CryptoGraph strategy, we have to make sure that we put in the correct information. So for this type field, we would type in, so first we need to determine if we're doing a long or a short and if we're entering or exiting. To do this, we follow the TradingView method of defining that. So this is how TradingView works. They have a market position, and that would be the side that you want to be on. So if I want to do a long, I would type in long. And then the type is the action that you want to perform. So if I do a long buy, that would be an entry. If I do a long sell, that would be exiting the long. If I did a short right here for market position, and I did a short sell, that would be an entry for the short. And if I did a short buy, that would be an exit for the short. Okay. So I'm going to do a long entry today. And then we need to take a look at our long take and long stop. If we were doing a short, we would need to take a look at our short stop and short take down here. You only need to fill out one of these pairs of boxes for each alert. Okay, so since I'm doing a long, I'm going to fill out the top one, and I would fill in whatever my price is. So right now, I think BTC, the price is 18,800. So I might put my stop at 18,000 and my take at 19,000. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and place real orders. If you check this box, it'll place a real order. If you uncheck it, it'll show you everything and run like it was going to place an order, but then it won't actually place it. Okay, so I'm going to place it so we can see what that looks like. We're going to hit send alert. That's going to take us to the alert screen. It shows us what alert we just sent. So here we can see the alert that fired. On the right side, this is the raw alert that TradeLab received. And on the left side, we can see the rule history. If we scroll down, we can see the CryptoGraph multi-template, and it went ahead and ran a long enter. Okay. And we can see that the trade opened right here. And we can see the conditions ran and the actions that ran. So by clicking on a rule in the rule history, you can see all of the conditions and why it passed, and you can see what actions it ran and all the values that it had. So this helps you see what the bot is doing at any given time. So if we go back to my strategies, we can see that the CryptoGraph multi-template is now looking for exit, and it's open and a long. Okay, so if we wanted to close this, we can just hit close trade now, and that will close it manually, or we can send another exit alert. So if we hit the send test alert again, we could sell this, sell our long. So I would say long sell, and that is going to exit. And then I don't need to put in anything for the take or stop because we're exiting. So I'll say place real orders. I'll hit send alert. And once again, we can see the alert that fired. And down here, we can see the CryptoGraph multi-template. This time, we see that it ran its exit rules. You can see the rules are a bit different, and it ran the long exit. So now we've exited our trade. So if we go over to my strategies, we can now see the CryptoGraph multi-template, and it's searching, looking for entry. So we're good to go. So we've tested our strategy, we know it works, and we can just wait for a alert from TradingView, and it'll be ready to fire. That'll wrap up this video on setting up the CryptoGraph multi-template in TradeLab. If you have any questions, you can always reach me by going to the help button down at the right and click the create support ticket. That'll email me and I'll email you back, or you can join us on Discord. All right. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and leave us a like and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.